Sea Trials, written by Lilly Maytree, narrated by Becky Brown. Dedication to all those wonderful people who have stood by their friends during difficult times and have been brave enough to step out into the unknown together. Quote, "The longer I live, the more convincing proofs I see of this truth, that God governs in the affairs of men." Benjamin Franklin. Chapter 1. Stella Madison flinched when a cold splash of spray hit her face and she tightened her hold on the bouncing rail. The motorboat was loaded to full capacity, with Colonel Oliver P. Henry's large bulk ensconced precisely in the middle for better balance. She and her friend Millie, who had insisted on wearing a bright orange life preserver, were at the very front, practically hanging over the bow. Gerald and Lou were in the last seat behind the colonel, while the captain stood up in the stern with a casual grip on the tiller and the outboard turned up to full throttle. The senator was riding like a king in a backpack-type apparatus attached to his mother. "Aye, gods," Gerald complained, as they bounced off another ripple of chop and sped through the darkness. "I say, is it necessary to go all out?" "It is, if we want to get out of this bay before 10 o'clock, answered Captain Stewart, whose gray hair was standing up all over like a wild man in the wind. It was 6:37 in the morning, on a Sunday. Just as Stella began to wonder what in the world she had let herself in for, Stewart cut the motor to half power, and they spent the next 10 minutes weaving in and out around the dark shapes and shadows of other boats anchored across the bay. The sky was still black as night. While her hurried breakfast of donuts and coffee was beginning to churn with a mind of its own, a great ominous wall gradually emerged out of the darkness. The captain turned the little craft smartly and cut the motor. He tossed a line over a cleat as they drifted up against a floating wooden platform, and then jumped out to run forward and secure the bow. "Here we are, mates," he crowed. "Go easy. One at a time now. It's too early to have to fish anybody out of the water." Stella climbed out and stepped gingerly onto the rocking platform with a distinct sense of vertigo and nothing to hang on to. Just as she began to sink to her knees to keep from falling, she felt Captain Stewart's strong grasp under her arm, and he propelled her forward to a dangling metal stairway.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?